Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Today I'm going to be working on my Ficus rumphii. I noticed there's a lot of leaves going yellow. I noticed it has scale insects on it, and it's getting a little long and leggy and needs pruning. Here is a look at the tree. So I noticed it wasn't looking so good in the plant room, and I see scale insects. You can see it on the leaf there. And I noticed a few other leaves with scale on them. There's some on some of the branches. So that needs to be descaled. Oh, I can see quite a bit over here. This is kind of near the back of the plant room. And yeah, I noticed these yellow leaves and I thought, oh, something's going on with the tree. So I thought I'd better take care of it today before it spreads and gets worse. I'm going to start today by pruning up the tree. That way any of these scale insects on the ends of the branches will get pruned off. I can throw them outside. So I will begin. I'm going to begin on this long branch here. It has a lot of scale insects at the tip. I've got a leaf back here and one here and one out here that's turned yellow. I think I'd better keep it quite compact, so I'm going to prune it right back to that first leaf that's going a nice direction. So here I go. You can see all the scale insects that were on that branch. The branch behind it, I'm also going to prune it off quite short to here. I have a dead branch here. I think the whole thing is dead. I can see that it's not sort of a greeny gray color, it's just a gray color. So I'll take that completely off. So here I go. That one can come completely off. Yeah. And then there's a leaf in here that's fallen down. I can remove that. And then out here I've got a branch extending. And again I have a leaf here and one here. So I'll take it off here. All these yellow leaves I'll remove. They're about ready to fall off anyway. And it'll have to grow new leaves, which it should do quite easily after it's all descaled. So I have kind of a long branch coming up here. So I think this is the front of the tree. And I don't want it just to grow straight. So I've got a leaf here. There's one back here. So I'll prune it off. I could prune it off to this downward facing leaf, but I'm thinking that might be a little too long. So I'm going to take it off here. This is a more upright trunk to there. I have another kind of leader here. I've got a leaf facing forward, which is nice, one on the inside, so I will take it off here. Off of the more vertical trunk here, I have kind of a cascading branch. I've got a new branch forming here. This cascading branch, I have a leaf at the back and one here, so I'll take it off here to there. Then I have a branch coming straight out the front here. You can see it here. I think I want that at all. I have a lot of branches in that area, so that is going to come completely off. Like that. And I'll just make that flush. Like that. There's a stub up top here I can remove. So my trunk line comes up, it divides, it's starting to get a canopy. Let me get rid of this yellow leaf. I have a branch coming out here, which is nice. I'll just prune the tip off. This vertical one, I've got a leaf scar out the front where that yellow one was. That would be a nice leader, so I think I'm going to take it off right there. Yeah, there's more scale insects on this tree than I thought. They're all over the place. This branch, I think I'll just take the tip off here. Get some sub-branching happening. This one I'm going to prune back to here, keeping it quite short. There is a dead branch behind here, right here, that I better take off. Like that. And then here, I've got a strong branch coming out here. Above it I have another one that's kind of almost going over top of that one. This one's on the outside of a curve, and then I've got an opposite one on the inside of the curve, so I'll take that one out. Like that. A little scale blister at the junction there. And I'm wondering if I should take this one back shorter. I think I will. I've just got to remove the scale blister here. And then cut right here. Keeping that shorter. So I'm kind of looking at the design of this tree now, this trunk line. This is very straight here. I do have a branch here, so I think I better take it back. Otherwise I'll have that straight section on the tree. Better to keep it compact. There's one coming up the back here. I can prune it off shorter here. I've got some leaf scars out the back. I'm not liking this branch at all. I think I'm going to take it off. It's kind of getting close to the inside of a curve there, and I have a better branch up higher. I'm going to take that one right off. Like that. I think that looks a better looking trunk line. It kind of bothers me this branch is a little higher than this one. I got some buds popping out on that branch. I could do a hard prune and take it off lower, or keep the part that's fanning out here and just remove the vertical part. I don't like the way this one kind of comes up and this one kind of creates a circle here. I think I'm going to take it off here. Like that. I think that's better. Now this lower trunk down here, there is a remains of a dead branch here I can take off. And this one that comes down low and it kind of crosses a trunk line, I don't think I want that. I'll try pruning it short. There's a leaf fanning out here, so I can try redirecting it. I think it'll always be a problem though. Even if I redirect it, it'll be coming out the front. I better get rid of it. I'm creating sort of the basic trunk lines, not the finished ramification. So it's important to get your trunk lines looking smooth and flowing and in order. Get all the problems removed, crossing branches, and kind of setting up the tree for the future. Now out the back here, Just looking from the front. I don't think I need this branch. It kind of, this one's back further, but they kind of look like they're opposite. I'm going to keep the branch going out towards the back. Creates a bit more depth in the tree. And I'll be developing a canopy here, and this will be sort of like a low branch that'll eventually be part of the canopy, and I'm worried about this branch being, it's not vertical, it kind of goes in towards the center of the tree. There's a stub here I can remove. I think that's going to be a problem. I'm going to take it off. There's a scale insect here I've got removed. Yeah, I'm going to take that one off also. Getting it down to kind of a pleasing trunk line. I think that's better. And then I have a third branch down here, or trunk line, that I don't think I want it, but do I? I already have this lower trunk line. And do I want one out the other side? Probably not. I think I'm going to remove it. I think it's just too many low branches. I think the one will do. So that is gone also. Yeah, I think I like that better. Okay, so that has got it pruned up. So next I've got to throw away all these branches with scale insects on them. I'll put them in the compost pile. Outside, they won't survive the cold, so I will do that now. I've got my soap and water ready, but first, before I do that, I'm going to just scrape off any scale blisters I see. So there's some here on this branch. Just scrape them off. It exposes the insects to the soap and water. Remove that protective shell. The other tree in my plant room that I know has scale is my Pruning temple planting. So I'm going to have to deal with that very soon too. Oh, there's another scale insect there. Oh, there's some here. I've got all the scale insects off. So now it's time to spray the tree with the soap and water. So here I go. And I will hold my breath as I'm spraying because you don't want to breathe in the soap. So here I go. You can also tell if you see this leaf, it's got like this sooty mold on it. That's from the scale insects. So I'll get a cloth and just rub that off. So we'll just clean up the leaves. Okay, it's time to rinse the tree now. So I'll get out my watering can and give it a thorough rinse. So here I go. Rinse all the soil out. I won't seal up any of these cuts. They were just small cuts, so they'll heal over quite quickly. If I had had more time this fall, I would have sprayed and inspected all these trees before I brought them into the plant room, but it was one of those years where the weather turned cold quite early. There's a lot of years where we haven't, gotten much snow until almost Christmas time, the end of December. But this year it started quite early in November, so it could be a long winter ahead. I'll rotate the tree around so you can see it from all angles. So here's the front, coming around to the right hand side, to the back, to the left hand side, and back to the front. So this tree started out as a small cutting, and it's just starting to get some form to it. It's coming along. Since I put it in this deeper pot, it's grown really well. This summer it was the most healthy it's ever been, and it showed. It put on a lot of good growth. Yeah, so I think this tree, you'll see it over the next few years develop into something quite nice. I think you'll see it getting branch structure and, yeah, just generally looking more like a tree rather than a cutting. And I think, yeah, it's on its way. And as long as I keep it healthy, it should do quite well. I'll give you an update to the wick that's under my wisteria here, which is still green. It just hasn't turned colors yet, but I'm sure it will. Yeah, so I haven't watered the tree since I put the wick on, and you can see the surface of the soil is very moist. So the wick is working. It's drawing water up from the tray underneath and kind of watering the top here, keeping the soil moist throughout the entire pot, which is really, really good. So it might be a good technique for me to try this summer. I grow a lot of trees with a tray of water underneath them for those really hot days in the summer. It always provides moisture to the bottom of the pot, but I think having the wick on the top would make it even better because it would distribute the water more evenly in the pot. It wouldn't dry out on the top and have maybe too much water in the bottom. It would help kind of even it out. So that might be something I try this next summer, is putting some wicks like this from my tray of water around the surface of the soil and just see how the trees do. The Ficus rumphii is quite commonly called the Ficus religiosa also, but it's not the true Ficus religiosa. It doesn't have the long drip tips. It has smaller leaves generally. They put out aerial roots quite easily, whereas the Ficus religiosa is very reluctant to put out aerial roots, and it has large leaves and a coarser growing structure. So these Ficus rumphii make really, really good bonsai. It's a good species to add to your collection. And it's always exciting seeing, this start out as a small cutting and it's starting to get a tree form. I can see the future of it in the tree now. I find that exciting. So that's all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.